Hey, this is Warrel Dane
And Lenny Rutledge.
and you are watching Planet
Metal.
Metal.
You came together in 2010 again for some live gigs. Was it obvious that the band will start again as Sanctuary at that live gigs?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was obvious. I mean, we just wanted to get out and play a few shows. We thought it would be fun to play some shows, and after that, we started having such a good time together, and everything started to click, and there was chemistry and everything, and then we just started writing new songs, and from that point on, it just seemed like the logical thing to do. So, yeah, it definitely wasn't. I don't think any of us had any sort of preconception or plan, to get together and record a record, and here we are suddenly. That really wasn't the plan. We just were just having fun with it, and it just turned out this way, which is fun. Yeah, I mean, it turned out good. We're happy with the way things have went, and we're happy with the record, and hopefully everybody likes it too. So.
Yeah, I like it, he likes it, so yeah, I think everybody else likes it as well. But I think you surprised him by saying, hey, we gotta do a new record, you have to play the guitar. Is it right?
Well, I think I prematurely announced it because I was just getting tired of being asked that question in interviews all the time. So I just said, yes, there's going to be another new record, and yeah, that kind of took Lenny.
The deal was sealed.
Yeah, and maybe, that's the way it was supposed to be. That's what made it happen, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we were talking a little bit about writing some songs and throwing stuff back and forth, and he Facebooked me or messaged me, and he said, well, I just did an interview where I just announced to everybody that we're getting back together, so it's official. And I was like, oh, okay, well, nobody told me, but all right, let's give it a go.
But you've been not playing the guitar for a while, so have you started right over again by practicing or something? Have you started out anew?
It took me a little time. I didn't play a lot of metal stuff. I was mostly just playing acoustic guitar. I had a really nice acoustic guitar that I played a lot, and that's kind of how a lot of the songs were written on this record too. Is that a lot of the stuff I just kind of worked out on the acoustic. And when Warrel and I got together, I said, hey, I got a couple songs that I really think would work great for you. And they were all just acoustic pieces at the time. I didn't even have an amp. So, in 2010, I ended up buying an amp, and then we just started, and yeah, it took a little time, but it's come back, so.
Things come in small packages, like
Sure.
is the saying, I guess.
What, some Japanese women?
Yeah. You want some?
That was a bad joke.
But you are aware that between the old Sanctuary and the new Sanctuary, there are several years where the environment for a band to tour, for a band to be around, it changed a bit, like with the new media stuff and all this. What was the first thing? I mean, you knew it from Nevermore and all. You just weren't away from the road. But how was it for you to be away so long? What was the biggest change for him?
A little bit of culture shock at first, but let him tell.
Yeah, but you showed him everything, the Japanese women and all.
Because we went from we did like a hometown show to 70,000 tons of metal, and then suddenly we're playing Wacken, you know what I mean? So I went many years without doing anything at all, and then stepping out onto a stage where there's endless number of people out in the audience. So it was a little I don't want to say terrifying, because it's not. It's like it all goes away after the first song or something. But I was a little shaken up at first, but I'm getting used to it now. So
Enjoying tour life once again.
yeah, it's kind of a challenge at times. It's like a one big rolling camping trip, and you have to be very. It's sort of organized, and it's kind of hard to, and there's a lot of people around and everything, so it's really hard to get, privacy or whatever. So you have to adjust, and it's fun, but there are challenges too at the same time. We're used to being comfortable and everything being right there for you, and when you're on tour, it's a little bit different, but it's fun. It's a blast. And then you go through the cycle where you wish you were, when you're on the road for too long, you wish you were home, and then when you're home for too long, you wish you were on the road. So
you are in this cycle way too long, also.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Do you enjoy it?
Of course I do. I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't enjoy it.
That's correct.
I'd be behind a desk somewhere telling people what to do.
So you're on a stage telling people what to sing.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But I have to say, it's his birthday today, so I don't know how old he is, 20, 25? We may guess.
I just turned 16, so when I get home, I can apply for my driving license finally.
Yeah. Maybe let drive the tour bus meanwhile or something to try it.
God, no, I'd never want to drive one of those things. That's a job for the very brave.
Bus driver.
Yeah, the very brave.
But
very brave and unbathed.
I like your hat, by the way.
Yeah, it's crazy. I found this shop in Seattle that had all these hats like this, and
chicken hats.
Had every fucking color you can imagine. I wanted the purple one, and I said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna come back to." I bought this one. My sister was shopping with me. She's like, "No, this color's better." No, but I really want the purple one, and I said, "Okay, I'll just come back tomorrow and I'll get one." There's so many different colors and so many of them. I came back the next day, all were gone, every single one.
Except this one.
No, I had this one from the day before. Just all were gone the next day. Apparently, a lot of people liked them. So yeah, I love.
You're a trendsetter.
I love funny hats.
Yeah, to come back to the new record, The Year the Sun Died. You were aware that there was a lot of expectations from the audience and from the fans from way back. How do you handle the pressure? You don't give yourself pressure, of course, but how did you handle the expectations of the fans that were there, actually?
I mean, we honestly tried to go into the whole writing and recording process not thinking too much about it. Again, because we weren't really even sure, that we were going to be recording a record. I mean, it got obvious at one point, when we started to realize that the songs were decent songs, and we were all very, we liked them a lot. And, I think we were lucky that it turned out the way it turned out, and that everybody seems to have really embraced it. I don't know that if we really tried that much. The only things that we really went into this whole recording process with is we knew we wanted to have great production. That was the one thing we wanted to make sure that there wasn't. Refuge Denied is kind of a little dated sounding, and
it was state of the art those days. So
it was, and
delays and something.
Sure, yeah, but still, to me, it just sounds like it's not quite where we'd want to be. So we wanted to stay away from that. That was the one thing, and I think we did. That worked out good for us. Zeus did a great job. So that was the only thing we really, really were concerned about. We wanted great songs and we wanted great production. And one thing I know for a fact we always try and make a logical step. Refuge Denied to Mirror Black, and Mirror Black to The Year the Sun Died. We didn't want anybody to say, "Hey, you guys sound just like you did back then," or "This song sounds like that." We wanted there to be growth. That was a requirement for us.
And one can still hear it, Sanctuary, thanks to his voice and your guitar riffing.
It's all my fault.
Yeah, maybe part of it. But do you think unconsciously there were some influences which were from way back, from Sanctuary days? Because I think you started writing a third record back then, before you disbanded.
Did we really start writing a third one? I don't think we got very far.
Yeah, I didn't, but
we wrote what became Sorrowed Man. That was Loomis, and then we had that one song that we don't remember what it was called. So there was two. There was actually two songs.
The song that's on the In Memory EP, Nevermore, Sorrowed Man. That was originally written. The intention was to be a Sanctuary song. So yeah, we used some old ideas, I guess, but most of it was really fresh though.
But are you, you broke up when the grunge wave flooded the whole scene. Do you think it's better to break up at this point and not do some shitty records like some other bands and come back years later, like you did?
Probably, yeah. I mean, there've been a lot of bands that have tried to adapt to trends. I mean, listen to this Crimson Glory record, "Strange and Beautiful." Oh, it's not. It is strange and it's not beautiful.
Your eyes fall out when you look at the cover.
Yeah, I know, but still, I love that band anyway. But
the material is very dark, and it's like The Year the Sun Died is very apocalyptic scenery you're building there. You think today's world is a dark place where the sun will die some months or something?
I don't necessarily believe that. I mean, I'm sure it will happen, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure we'll be long. I don't think we have anything to worry about right now. I mean, it's more of just a kind of I don't know if it's what Warrel would call his glimpse into the future or just a made-up story. You know what I mean?
It's about a prophet, I guess.
Yeah, Warrel,
It's about a prophet. I never heard of this.
I had this story in my head about this woman named Lenore, who's a prophet that's predicting the end of the world, and she gains a cult following, legions that follow her, and I mean, it's if you look at the liner notes, the story's kind of told in between the lyrics with little quotes, and it's a little bit depressing, but you know, that's my forte, depression. I love writing about sorrow.
It's the Seattle weather.
Yeah, well, that could be it too, but you know, and the end of the record is everyone dies.
That's it.
Happy. Because I'm happy. Yeah. Even the family dog dies.
Yeah. There's a family dog involved. I didn't get that. Nick Cordell, who was actually in the band when you started, was replaced by Brad Howe? No, other way around. No. Brad was replaced by Nick.
Nick just came in to replace Brad.
My mistake.
You're thinking about Jeff Loomis.
No, I just read the names the wrong way.
He was originally in Sanctuary, and then he decided he didn't want to do it anymore. Then we got Brad, and then now we have Nick.
So is he a permanent member yet, or is just touring member?
We'll see.
How's he doing? Fine?
Oh, he's doing great, and we all like him a lot, so we'll see.
Amazing guitar player, unbelievable. Definitely gives us it's a kind of a gives us a new energy. So
is he showing you things or the other way around?
Well, he would be showing me things. He's the new kid on the block, shredder type of guitar player. So you know, I mean, we have a different style of playing a little bit, but I mean, I've definitely learned stuff from him. So.
The vocals on songs like Battle Angels from the first record, you still do them live, but in a different pitch. How do you handle your vocals live? Do you train them on the road, or how is it to sing these high-pitched things?
Well, you know, I'm not in my 20s anymore, so I have to be realistic and say
16.
Yeah, I know. But so obviously, I'm not going to be singing like I've been sucking on a helium tank anymore. Yeah, I know. But at least, you know, I know people want to hear these old songs, so I have to make an effort, at least. And yeah, it takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of rehearsing, and you know, it all works out in the end, I guess. I hope people are happy. There are some people on the internet that are just pissed off that I don't sing it exactly the same as I did in 1988. I'm like, really? Come on. Be realistic. I'm a human.
They didn't get the last 25 years.
Yeah, you know, I'm a human. I'm a flesh machine. This is how it works.
I can prove it. Just sitting here, right next to me.
And
yeah, it's real.
It's work. It's not easy, but you know, you got to do it for the people that show up to the shows.
I think you are aware that the people will draw comparisons between Nevermore and Sanctuary.
Oh yeah.
You've heard things about that? Why does this not sound like Nevermore? Why don't you do it under the Nevermore banner?
Yeah, well, you know what? I think that people are going to say that this sounds like Nevermore because of one obvious reason. I'm singing. And I think for the bulk of many years, people have associated my voice with Nevermore. So, of course, when they hear this, they're going to say it sounds like Nevermore, whatever. But the music is completely fucking different. And people kind of overlook that and just focus on the vocals for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe these are the same people who say, why don't you reach the high-pitched parts in the songs?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Are you aware that people always compare the two bands?
Oh, sure.
It's not of your concern because you weren't in Nevermore.
Yeah, and it doesn't bother me. I mean, I honestly, I welcome it. I mean, what I hope is that people can, enjoy both and that they like it for the. I don't agree with it, but if you think it sounds like that, but you still enjoy it, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
Like that because of my voice. That's the only fucking reason.
I mean, I really don't think the music sounds like Nevermore. I mean, in a way, that's kind of a compliment because, I mean, I thought Nevermore stuff was very complex and deep and, so to me, it's, hey, great.
They obviously left an impression on the people, so
sure.
Otherwise, they didn't compare them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, at least they're not, comparing us to some horrible band. Could be worse.
Yeah. How's the future shaped in your head? Is there some future?
Tom said the future is wide open.
and the family dog dies in the end.
Yeah. No.
Are there plans to be on the road for a long time?
In the real world, the dog doesn't die. The doggy lives forever in doggy heaven.
Which movies do you watch? My God.
I'm trying to remember what movie that was with Robin Williams, where everyone fucking died and the dog. At the end, but
everybody was dead.
Oh no! What the hell was the name of that?
In German, it's called Behind the Horizon or something like that. I don't know the English title.
Anyway,
this colorful movie.
Yeah. You know the movie I'm talking about. Yeah, it was a really good movie, but it was fucking depressing. Yeah. That's why I liked it.
So, the Seattle scene today, is there a scene in Seattle? Like in the 90s when we were overrolled with all this stuff, everybody was moving there, everybody was in a band all of a sudden?
No. I mean, back then, during the whole grunge explosion, you'd go out to a club and you wouldn't even know the people there because everyone was coming up from LA, because the LA scene was dead. They knew the Seattle scene was hot, so all these musicians were moving up to Seattle, and seriously, you would go out to a club on the weekend and you didn't know anyone. If you were a local, you didn't recognize anyone. And it's different now. Now it's all just the local people, and we all know each other, and we have our little community. But there's no big, real new scene going on. It's just kind of gone back to normal, what it used to be.
I mean, apart from Queensryche and you, not very much bands I come to my mind at the moment. Metal Church, of course.
Yeah. There are a few bands there. I mean, I don't really know of that many metal bands in Seattle. I mean, there are some, but they're more of like your smaller time kind of playing clubs type stuff. I mean, it's nothing really up and coming,
It's better that way, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember talking to you in 1997 on the tour with Nevermore and Blind Guardian. We were just small talking in the Rock House in Vienna, and we were talking about the scene, and you said Wayne Staley, he's not going to do it for very much longer because he was very desolate at the time, and I think 2 years later he was dead.
Yeah.
So you're some kind of clairvoyant.
Well,
you were.
No one was surprised when Lane passed away because everybody knew about his personal struggles. So no one was surprised, but I have to say I did cry because I knew the guy for a long time. And
you don't have to go in deep.
Yeah.
It's just about it.
That was a sad day.
We'll come back to your birthday. Is there some special performance today for your birthday on the stage where you run around with like funny hats and?
He's going to perform in his birthday suit.
That's what I meant.
Yes.
Piñata or something.
Yeah.
Vacation in Florida, and I'm going to wear a flaming pink Speedo on stage.
And white socks and
white socks, yeah.
Sneakers. It's like the Americans in Vienna when they come running around as tourists. They look exactly like that.
Oh God.
The old ones live in Florida.
It's always the really gross, old, fat guys that wear those things. Ugh.
So we prefer the young long-haired guys. I say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, and celebrate your birthday. So
I already had some cake.
Yeah.
You guys help yourself to cake if you want some. There's
Oh,
some cakes
thanks.
over there.
Thanks.
Can't eat all of
Cool.
it. There's a chocolate cherry vanilla one.
you.
and a
Thank you.
cake.
Yeah, thanks for the cake. Thanks for the interview. Planet Metal.